Hello, my name is Rachel and I'm here today to do my November reading wrap up. I haven't finished tons of books this month, but I think it's because I keep picking other books up and putting them down. So yeah, but I've got a few to show you, so let's get on with the video. I like to do my books in order of enjoyment, so I'm going to start with the one I enjoyed the least and work up. All the books I've read are actually 4 or 5 stars, so it's been an amazing reading month, to be honest. And the first thing I read was Saga Volume 1, the graphic novel. This is about a couple who have a baby within the first few pages and are basically trying to get away from their old lives and start new lives in a new place. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. If you watched my either TBR or book haul for when I got this, I said I wasn't that sure if I was going to like it just because I wasn't that sure about the art style. But the art style actually really suited the genre that it was in, that kind of sci-fi-ish feel. I just thought the illustrations were just really good for that. And there's some really beautiful images in here. The further on I got in the story, the more I started to appreciate. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I do think I'll carry on with it. But I did give it 4 stars because it wasn't as gripping as some of the other graphic novels I've been reading recently. I couldn't give it as high a rating as I gave them ones, really. The next book I read this month was The Nest by Kenneth Oppel with illustrations by John Classen. I read this because it was sent to the school that I work at as a book club type thing by Book Trust, and we're doing it for the Year 7 book club, so I wasn't expecting it to pack as much of a punch as it did. So it's about a little boy and his family. So he has a sister, and his parents come home one day with another baby, a baby brother, who has a mysterious illness. I likened it to being severely disabled, but that might just be because I had a sibling that was severely disabled, I'm not sure. But I likened it to that. When a mysterious wasp queen invades his dreams and makes him an offer that could transform his life, all Steve has to do is say yes. And once it is uttered, can it be taken back? I don't really want to say too much because I wouldn't want to ruin it for anyone, but I wouldn't dismiss this as just a kid's book because it really packed a punch and it really put across a good message for children to take with them. I would definitely recommend this, and I'm really, really, really glad that we're doing it for the book club. So yeah, that was The Nest, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. I think it slightly wasn't successful in what I was trying to do, but it did really, 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 really well. I think it could have done with cementing the sort of thing it was trying to achieve. Might do a review on this so I can actually talk the spoilers because I would like to talk about it, but then again I am going to talk about it in the book club with the kids at school, so I don't know. But some of the illustrations in this were absolutely phenomenal. There's like a scene where the parents are really sad about the newborn baby being born with this illness, disability, whatever, and he goes down and sees them both in the kitchen and it's dark and they're just holding each other. And I just think the illustrator gets across the loneliness and despair perfectly in these images. So yeah, I really enjoyed the illustrations and the story, and yes, it was really, really brilliant. So definitely recommend this one. The next thing I finished this month was Jane Eyre. So I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, which I hate myself for doing, but I think it's because I would give the main bit 5 out of 5 stars, 6 out of 5 stars. Like, phenomenal, amazing. I absolutely love it. All the stuff at Thornfield Hall. I love the stuff at the very, very beginning when she's with the aunt who adopted her and all that stuff. But I don't like the bit at the orphanage, and I hate the bit with St. John. So it was kind of just a pain to read. So I flew through all the middle bit, and then when I started getting to all them bits, it kind of just dried up and annoyed me. So yeah, they're my least favourite, and that's why it took me so long to read through those bits. But apart from that, I did really, really enjoy it, obviously, because it's phenomenal. And this was a reread for me. I think the first time I read it, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, as I was amazed by the story and amazed by the love story and stuff like that. But I think rereading it, I did realise how dry some sections of it were, and that did bother me. And yeah, so I had to put that in, unfortunately. But I did really enjoy it, and I have quite an old copy of it. It has like loads of really old images in it. But like some of them have tracing paper on because they're so old and they could get damaged. Underneath that, there's just these like beautiful images that I just adore. So yeah, that was cool. That was a cool added bonus because I haven't read this copy before. I think some of my favourite parts are when like she really stands up for herself. So when they say about getting married and stuff, and she says to Rochester, "I shall continue to act as Estelle's governess. By that I shall earn my board and lodging and £30 a year besides." Like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna be a strong, independent woman. I love Jane Eyre. It's really good. So yeah, that was the next one I read. The next thing I read, I have already reviewed on my channel, so I will link it down below. But it is The Witches by Roald Dahl, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, this is the story of a young boy. His parents die, and he goes to live with his grandmother, and they go and stay in a hotel. And it is the annual general meeting of the witches, and the Grand High Witch is there, and it's just about the trifles they get to with the witches. It is really, really, really good. My favourite of my like rereads, and second only to Fantastic Mr. Fox at the moment. So yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed this one, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The next thing I read also has a review on my channel already, which I will link down below, and it is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay, which I got when it came out and read straight away. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it a hell of a lot more than The Cursed Child. But it was fantastic. It's the most beautiful book ever. Yeah, I just really, really, really enjoyed it. It felt like Harry Potter, which The Cursed Child didn't, and which is why that annoyed me. So I was really glad that this felt like Harry Potter again. And I have since, doing the review, been into the film, which was just phenomenal. Eddie Redmayne was perfect. The whole story was perfect, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So yes, this was 5 out of 5 stars, and I was really glad to go back to the Harry Potter universe, a different time, and with different characters, an adult world, and just see how that went. So yeah, that was great. So the next 4 books are books that I've been reading in November, but have not finished yet for whatever reason. But yes, I will be showing you them. So the first one is Masterpieces in the Van Gogh Museum. I'm about a quarter of the way through this. I think because there's a lot of paintings, it's taking more time because I'm actually reading what they're saying and applying it to the pictures and just trying to get the most out of it. So obviously that's taken a while, but I am really, really enjoying it, so I'm fine with that. The next thing was Another Day in the Death of America, which I started reading for Non-Fiction November. I am terrible at reading non-fiction, but I am trying to make myself try. So I did get this when I was in Scotland, and has kind of not been at the top of my reading because I do really like fiction, but I am really interested in it and do want to continue reading it, so I will be doing. I have read 58 pages so far, so yeah, I think I will try and finish this in December. So yes, my non-fiction November is a non-fiction November and December, but that is fine because I have actually bought a lot more non-fiction than I usually would this month. If you can see behind me, but I bought The Good Immigrant, the Anna Kendrick memoir, have a James Corden memoir I want to read, an Amy Poehler memoir I want to read. So yeah, I'm feeling alright about non-fiction at the moment actually, because I do want to read quite a bit of it. So yeah, I think I'm going to improve with my non-fiction not reading anyway, so that's brilliant. So that you get all the illusions and you get the most out of the text. So I'm kind of just like, well, I'm having to take my time with it so that I can really enjoy it properly, because if I just read it all quickly for a birthday, I didn't actually take any of it in or enjoy it, I think she would be very upset anyway. So yeah, this is ongoing. I have read 399 pages, so that's like halfway. I'm pretty happy with that, and I am really enjoying it. It's very, very funny. So yeah, I don't know if I'll finish this in December, because I definitely want to read quite a few books in December, and I do want to read my non-fiction down there, so I feel like a non-fiction and this is going to be too much dense reading for me, so I'm not sure. But I will be continuing with it anyway. And then the last one I started 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm absolutely firing through because it's amazing. And it is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. This is the second Throne of Glass series, which I don't want to say too much about the plot, because obviously I don't want to ruin the first one. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this. Firing through it, obviously, because it's just a really good series, and yeah, I'm hoping to read them all in time to get the new one when it comes out, and it's going to be the last one as well, so I can kind of join the hype for a month or two before it comes out and not have had to wait so long for it, which I don't like doing. So I think I've had the best approach, really. Back with the fictional girlfriend with the beautiful name, and I'm 163 pages into this one. That was my reading wrap up. Not finished that many books, but I have read quite a lot. I think I just kept picking up different books all the time that kind of ruined it, but I'm okay with it. I've had quite a good month. I've enjoyed my reading month because I have read only books that I would deem like 4 or over star rating, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!